Hey guys, Rob Skiba here. It's been a while since I've done a seed update, and since I just had a conference call with the production team in South Africa this morning, I thought I'd just go ahead and share it with you today so you guys can get some kind of feel for where we are with the project right now. And yes, we are still working on it. Certainly this whole COVID-19 thing has slowed things down a bit for us, but we are definitely still moving forward. So to all of our supporters that help make this happen, I want to keep you informed, let you know, yes, we're still working on it, and here's the progress so far. What you're going to see is still very much a Previz stage, so it has very little texturing involved in it. The characters still don't have hair yet. All that gets added later. Right now we are working towards getting what we call a picture lock, and that basically means that the camera moves are all approved and set up the way we want them, and the animations are correct. And once we have cameras and animations locked down, then we'll go ahead and lock the picture, and at that point we will start doing all the fine detailed work of the texturing, the compositing, the background, sound effects, music, mixing, all of that kind of stuff. So we are really close to a picture lock, and right after that things are going to get real fun and exciting, I think. So anyway, here's a behind the scenes sneak peek of what we've been doing, how much we've got done so far, and where we are with the project. So here we go.
Okay. Rob, maybe I could just fill you in. I had a chat with Tracy, Lee, and Matt after me and you spoke as well, and they went through all your notes, and based on what they've been telling me, everything seems to be in order. There's no issues or things to be concerned about. There's two specific shots, I believe, Matt, that you just need to. I think it's the one with the lizard. That we just need to discuss, because there's just a little bit of a thing that just we need to find a middle ground for, and then also to make sure that they understand that flip shot that you were trying to explain to me with a thing over the head thing. I think those two are the most critical ones for the call, but it will be. I think it would be good just to go through everything. Matt, you can just say if you agree, just to make sure that you guys do understand Rob's notes correctly.
Yes.
Cool. Then Rob, over to you.
Okay, let me switch that back again. Okay. Well, maybe it's easier to go to the notes and just go through this real quick, see if there's any questions anybody has. You understand what I'm saying about the sun here?
Yes. Yeah, and just so you're aware that background that's in there is more a placeholder for us to use while the matte painters are getting the final sky sorted. It's just so we can start making sure that like now we have something to see, so you can make your comments about placement, etc.
Okay.
And so we can be sure that we have the sun in the right position. I used a time of day calculator. Sorry. But I might not have the year correctly. That's why it might not be exactly in the right place. So I'll double check it, but I'll make sure it's off screen on that one.
Okay. I mean, it may actually be in the right place. We just maybe shift the camera or something. Whatever's easier.
Sure.
Whatever's easiest. Just so that the audience doesn't see it until the characters see it first.
Okay. No problem.
And nice, bright, colorful. I've been watching the TV series Hawaii 5-0, and man, they have some fantastic sunset scenes in that series, and so that's what I modeled it after in the comic book.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks really good. The only thing about this shot, it looks like, the angles and everything look really well done. It just looks like for like a half a second, it's like the camera starts moving. It'd be better if the camera's already moving when we enter the shot.
No problem.
You understand what I'm saying there?
Yes. No easing in it. But as you come in, it's already on the move. There's no picking up into the move.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
There's no start to the move. It's already moving.
Yes. No
these, it still seems like he's sitting. I don't know what the geometry looks like, on your end, but if you follow the shape of the fuselage here. It looks like his legs are hanging out of the belly of the plane here.
What I'll do is I'll do a screenshot from another angle where the animators have him in a crouch position.
Yeah.
So I can show you that. If you'd like him raised up a bit, we can certainly do that.
Yeah. Just so long as, it makes sense that whatever he's doing inside the body there, It
Sure.
just, right here, it just looks like he's hanging out of the belly.
Okay.
These are all looking really good. Really, really good. There's a few times where the teeth need fixing.
Yes.
Like here.
Yeah, we'll just update that rig.
Okay. I'm assuming we're going to animate the drawing of the circle here
Yes.
when he does it. We're still in previs mode, so I just want to, I struggle between being anal and being thorough.
No, that's good.
I'm like, they probably already know this. I don't want them to be, get upset with me. Like, we get it, idiot.
No, we'd rather use voice accents and put it out there so that we rather do than not enough.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, this just seemed a little quick when the goggles, kind of just like click down. It'd be more like it was stretched down.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That was just a reference. We will have goggles moved into place. It'll move at the same speed that his hand brings them down.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the recreation of this animation here, you understand what I'm doing with this, and the angles and everything. So they do a nice, because there's the music he does right there is so awesome. It's like the music sounds like the plane.
Scratch that. We got incoming.
Great. Whose bright idea was it to send us here without a wingman?
So, getting them to do that nice hard bank right, so they were heading, kind of parallel to the frame, and then they bank hard right and dive. And it made sense to extend that scene for that to happen, which shortens this one.
Okay.
Bullet hole, yeah. Yeah, this looked like he had two models overlapping each other here. He's got a double barrel machine gun.
Yes, I do. But I think the animation that shot was meant to use the new geometry and left turn on as well. So that will be sorted.
Okay.
Matt, your connection is really bad. I don't know if it's just me, but I can't hear what you're saying.
No, you are. You are.
Any better?
Yeah, that's a bit better. You're just really breaking up quite a lot.
I've had some issues with my internet today. I'm not sure what's up with
Okay,
it.
it is better
That sounds
now.
good. Yeah, that sounds real good.
Okay.
Love the tracers. That's exactly what I had in mind. That looks really good there.
Okay. Fantastic. Great.
Yeah, that looks really good. Different shots where he's missing the goggles, things like that.
Yeah, we've got the animators going over those and making sure that it's all sorted.
Just for continuity.
Yeah.
This is looking really good. Something looked off about the geometry of the model here. I'm assuming you probably had to disassemble the model to do the texturing and then had to put it back together again. Is that?
Yes, and it will be checked and make sure that it matches your reference that you've put in there exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, looking good here. That looks really good. What you guys did here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
cool.
Definitely good. We just need to make sure, for continuity's sake, that the bottom of the airplane, the bay doors are opened
Yes.
in the following scenes until he closes it, until he says closing it up.
Yeah.
All that looks good. Yeah, so bay doors open here, for instance.
Indeed.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about there, so you guys got my references to figure out how to put that back together again.
No problem. I'll check that one personally myself and make sure that it's 100%.
Okay. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Looks good. So this one, as I was watching the various edits that we've done on this, it seems to me whoever's doing this edit may be perhaps overthinking it. Let me see if I can stop the screen share here. Go back to my camera. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Yes.
So the way I see it is, if you kind of take your hand and flip it back like this, so the back of your hand is toward you, the plane is just at the top of the loop and it's completing its loop. So if you imagine my head is the camera, you're just doing this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're just, if you just sit there in your chair and just kind of just swivel with it, that's all that's
Okay,
happening.
great. I think the difficulty, I chatted to Matt, who was doing that one, and
Matt, can you just adjust your mic again?
um,
It's still bad.
better. Is that any better?
There we
Yeah,
go. That's
that's
better.
good.
Okay. You've got a move camera with a zoom get a bit from the reference you've supplied, and just a really nice curve.
Yeah.
Matt, you're
Easier for us
disappearing
to do.
again.
Sorry, I might just fancy that's giving up the ghost. I'll have to maybe invest in a new one. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay, I'll try and hold it like that. But yes, I do get what you're saying. That movement that you do with your hand like that makes perfect sense. So I think we'll get it now.
Yeah, it's so, if you just sit there in your chair and do this, the camera's just, if this is the loop that the plane is doing, the camera's like right here, looking at the top of the loop, and so as the plane's going, it's kind of going away, at the end of it. That's why it has and it's starting to roll clockwise.
Okay.
The plane itself is, because it's upside down in the loop, but then it has to correct its attitude so that it's flying straight and level again. So it's doing a clockwise rotation as it's completing its loop. That's how you're getting the effect we're looking at.
Sense.
Yeah, it looked to me like somebody was trying to almost frame by frame move the plane to try to match the animation. And I'm thinking, I don't think it's that hard.
No, we'll get something that works. We'll certainly make that work.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go back to the screen share. Can you see the screen share again, or do I have to do that again?
Yes, that's back.
Yeah, it's back.
Okay. Looks good. Couple of shots like there. We should see the island in the background here because they're heading back towards that direction.
Okay.
On the island, it looks like some shots, and it may just be in the Previz stage that we're in right now. The altitude of the mountains seems to be changing. They're pretty big mountains, and sometimes the island that we see doesn't look like the topography is elevated enough.
Okay.
So I just say let's try to stay consistent with that. If we're using the model that you showed me that has the accurate terrain features on it, just making sure that you have the altitude of the mountains consistent.
Okay, I'll double check that and make sure that we are accurate. Yeah.
Missing goggles. New teeth. Okay, yeah. This one, I'm just saying, let's pull the camera back just a little bit more so we see the top of the gun right here.
No problem.
So, the top of the machine gun's right here. So just pull that camera a little bit further back.
Sure.
All these look good. Looking real good. Yeah, I mean, I could go with this if this is an issue. I did like the previous edit that we had better.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna get crazy over that either way. It looks good. I just think the other one looked better.
It's not a biggie. We can version back. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay. I think maybe a hybrid of these two. I like this was the earlier edit where you could see his hands kind of struggling on the stick. If we have to pull the camera back a little further, and it might have to be more of a wide angle lens or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
we can do
pulling
that.
the camera back into the character's head, basically, so you get more of this look to it.
Okay.
But I did like seeing his hands struggling there.
Sure. No, we can definitely do that.
Okay. This was the one at the beginning of this conversation. You guys said you had a question or issue or something about the lizard. This lizard was created without a full body rig. We have got a controller for the head. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So we just want to make sure that you okay with the lizard being there and just sort of ducking its head down and turning its head, because to add a full body rig and stuff will take a little bit more time and add a bit more complexity to it.
Yeah, I mean at this stage, I'm fine with that. The main thing was the lizard ducking as that plane comes by. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, that'll definitely happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like the new camera angle, the position you have now because it's a little bit different than what we had before. Let's see. I had the ground. So I think in the version that you guys sent me, this was all blue right here. So it almost looked like the stump was sticking up out of the water. So I'm just saying, extend the ground.
I think the guy on that shot misunderstood the brief a little bit and went a little bit too far.
Yeah. Yeah, so the idea is like this stump is like right on the edge of the shore, so the water comes right just real close right here, so he's like right on the shoreline. And this is just a log, broken tree or something right by the water. And this would be a dense foliage all in here, right?
Yes, it will.
I'm assuming probably a matte painting or something with the mountains in the background because this river is coming down from those mountains.
Yes, it will be.
And so we have, in this shot you see mountains, in this shot here you see the ocean behind them.
Indeed.
And landing gear down on the airplane here. He needs that landing gear down. Oh, this looks really good. Yeah, I like this. The position's a lot better. We can dial back the bending of the wings so it looks more straight.
Yes, that will be taken care of.
So, do you see what I did here? I kind of slowed that shot down a little bit.
Cat? Thompson? You guys still with me? Hey! Hey! Anybody? We gotta get out of here before she blows.
In order to slow it down, I had to lose some of the beginning of that shot where you see the cockpit. So I think if we just slightly angle the camera up a little bit, that'll alleviate that problem. So,
okay.
So in other words, tilt the camera so he's got more headroom, basically.
Okay.
But the movement I have here that you guys did looks great, and I just slowed it down so it fits, and then we hold on him for like a second or so before we cut here, so that we have a chance to kind of the audience can take in what they're seeing there.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, this looks good. Smoke in the cockpit. Let me go back here. I like what you guys have going on here. So there'll be a lot of trees here. So I'm thinking if there's somewhat of a little bit of a backlight behind him, so because we see that's way in the back, in the foliage, and you see the sort of the silhouette of this something back there.
Yes, that's the plan. So that he is silhouetted and he makes a little gap as he moves the trees aside, and you sort of see the shape of him. Or the shape of
Yeah. And you still got to add more hair and stuff to these guys. It looks like that's all in the final compositing, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah.
All the hair for everybody.
We've got the guys doing the grooms, and those will be added on, and they'll definitely be. We'll be sending you progress on those as well to comment on.
Very good. This looks all really good. In this edit, it was like a sentence was missing.
Hey, Thompson. Oh, God. Carolano? Hey, you still with me, buddy? Come on, we gotta get out of here, man.
I did notice that, and I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but yeah, we'll make sure that dialogue is back.
Okay. Looks great, though.
I think it might have been a glitch.
It looks really good. And I tried to clean up the audio in that last edit, so you guys should have a clean audio there for the whole thing.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Let's see here. So, yeah, this looks really good. I love what you guys did here. The turret is turned here, so we'll have to remember that on this shot.
Indeed. We will go and check for continuity. We'll make sure that all of that stuff is addressed.
So my thought is he turns like twice. So what you have here looks great. I just think he needs to do, after he does what you already have him doing, have him do a second turn to look more this way where the characters are that he's responding to. Soko, America no Bakukeki Kidesu. Oh!
Okay, sure.
So it's like, you know, he hears a sound and then he realizes where the sound's coming from, so he spins around that second time.
Okay.
You see what I did here? I zoomed in a little tighter to get,
yes.
get this shot a little tighter.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. Did you see what I'm saying with this? You know, I recreated this, what I've been trying to tell you regarding how his hand position should be.
Yeah, that makes it works. It's I think a bit more realistic on how probably a trained military person would hold a weapon, not like a gangster.
Yeah, so he's got a really low profile here. You know, the wing continues up this way, so he would be a hard target to hit in this position.
Indeed.
So he doesn't have to be, you know, ducking down so much. He's just maybe ducking his head down, but his body's mostly covered by the wing at this angle. So you know, he's positioned pretty well there, and moving the camera over this way, since we got to redo this shot anyway. I think is a visually better shot.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, this looks great. Have him in the same position we had before here.
Okay.
This just looks a little, because it looks repetitive, like it's the same movement like 2 times or whatever. And I'm trying to keep track of the number of times he fires because he only has 8 shots. So
yes,
I gave you firing instructions there.
Great. Okay, that's great.
We must just check the previous shots because I know we counted the firing as 8 shots over this period. So we must just see if we're going to add something here, take it away somewhere else, or just make sure.
Indeed.
Yeah, I have him fire 3 rounds here. That's 3 is 6, and then he does 2 more and he's out for the next shot. Yeah, this stuff looks good. So you go bang, bang, and I would just say raise that arm up a little bit higher because he looks at it, but he looks at the gun when the gun's already out of the frame in the current edit. So I'm just saying hold his arm up a little bit higher so we get that he's like, crap, I'm out, you know.
Okay, a little bit more exaggerated.
Yeah, just keep it in the shot so that the audience sees what he sees.
Okay.
So right now you have him throwing the gun like right away as soon as he reacts, and we got to open this cockpit open also. So my thought was have him, you know, react first, and then right as he starts to walk this way, toss the gun.
Okay, no problem.
Adding the shoreline here. This looks good. You'd be splashing in our face right here. My thought right here is just, I like the animation you guys have here. Is just bring his hand into the shot so we see him pushing that fern out of the way. Yeah, this guy's the one that's supposed to be talking. You guys have this guy talking. He's the one. He's like, I'm out of ammo. Let's get out of here. So that looks good. That looks good. So yeah, you see, I zoomed in. You had the camera angle right. I just wanted to go tighter, so we're like right in his face. And I think maybe you misunderstood what I was saying. The right shoulder, his right shoulder, not our right shoulder. You had the plane.
Okay,
You had the
we'll
plane.
make sure that's sorted.
You guys had the plane over here. I was trying to say no over this, so it's over here.
Okay.
That looks good. This looks really good. I would just say, let's see what I say. Just start the camera's downward movement earlier. So right at the frame that I froze it at right here is when you should start. So the camera move is not so fast. It's just a little bit slower because we got more frames of it moving. So just as this character makes that turn, because he was kind of facing this way and then he turns to his right, start the slow camera move down to his boot. And the rest of the camera move looks great because you follow the knife up when he stands up. That looks really good.
Cool. No problem.
And his knife should be down. You have the knife up there. Those look good. That looks good. And that's it. So what was the other issue besides the lizard that you guys were talking about at the beginning?
It was just that plane movement that you... Shot 44 doing the arc. That was just those two.
Oh, the arcing plane. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's great. I think we're good on those. At least, yeah, we do fully understand now, and I think we'll get it all locked down.
Okay, it's looking great. It's really looking fantastic. I struggle with having it with just the voices because I got so used to the music and the sound effects that we had before. So I keep making two edits for myself. So one with all the whiz bangs in it, and one with just the
we miss the sound effects too, I must say.
Yeah.
Okay. I have the video for the other one, so I'll send you both if you want.
Please do. Yeah.
It just seems so dry when you're looking like it looks good, but man, I missed the.
No, yeah. If you can send us, that'll be great.
All right. So,
okay.
Yeah, if you guys are good, anything you want to send me on F-Track or whatever, as we're moving along towards the compositing and finalizing the textures and stuff like that.
We will do.
And I'm always available to do this, so anytime you guys want to do it.
Okay, great. Great. Thanks very much.
Yeah,
great. So yeah, that's all a bit more clear for us now, so we can get on with it and just get that all finalized.
And then we'll put together edit 007 and a lot.
Rob, I think we should now go to edit version 6.1, 6.2.
I know. Well, you notice I did 6B. So.
I saw that. So let's move away from 6.
I'm cheating it. 6B.2.
Cool. Matt, Tracy, is there anything else that you guys? Rob, we are going to put together a new, updated schedule. Just to kind of, it will be a bit of a thumbsuck schedule because there's quite a bit of logistics in play. Some of the render farm components are somewhere between China, London, and South Africa at this stage.
Oh.
We're not at a point where we need it yet, but yeah, we're just hoping that it will be in time when we need it. Otherwise, it will just slow down the process slightly. It won't stop it, but the new machines ordered can do a lot of work much faster.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll definitely work to get it to the point where we just about to render, you know what I mean? And then hopefully we'll have a bit of a better answer from the guys in London, because we ordered everything in February actually, and the only answer at this stage is it's between China and London. We can't tell you when it's going to be here, so I am sorry about that, but I'll keep you posted as to that. But work's not going to stop. We'll work up into that point, and then we'll reassess once we can get some answers. We just don't know yet.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I've got any deadlines I have are all self-imposed, so totally flexible.
Okay.
Whatever we have to do. Whatever we have to do.
Thanks for understanding. Yeah, it's just.
Is the team all still doing well? Are they happy, or are they frustrated, or what's the temperature of the team?
No, the team I think are still really excited, and they're so excited about the project. I think in general the lockdown is just kind of getting to everyone because we're so used to working together. Mm-hmm. But I must say, doing the digital Zoom calls and whatever, it works. It does work. And the team's still very excited to be on the project.
Oh, very good. Well, please pass along to them. I'm still very excited and very happy with what they're doing, and really impressed. So it's all good on my end.
Awesome.
Great, thank you.
Awesome. We'll do that. Thank you.
All right. Sounds
Cool.
good.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay.
And stay safe, guys, and we'll chat to you soon.
All right. Sounds good.